It's MAGA Hat Monday, and here's what I got for you. Look, there's the old battery. Come around here. I'm going to show you the new battery, okay? I'm going to show you the new battery. I just did this. All right, there's the new battery installed, right? Yeah. Worker man, we get our hands dirty, okay? Look, okay? We get in the car. Look, we get in the car. Looky there. There's the key in the ignition. We start it up. All the voltage and everything is good. The old girl's reliable. 205,000 miles. Chevy Tahoe, can't go wrong. New battery installation achieved. You bunch of dainty men, get to work.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
Okay, MAGA Hat Monday, January 12th, 2026. And would you believe today, Rob Zombie is a 61-year-old man, and Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine is about 55 today. They share a birthday. And I believe Till Lindemann from Rammstein was on the 4th. I missed that birthday. I failed you guys. I'm sorry. I failed to announce his birthday when it came and went. But Rammstein's a good group. They're a metal group, but I say they're industrial to piss off all the Skinny Puppy fans. Because people willing to get into fistfights over my criticism of Skinny Puppy deserve to be made fun of and have spitballs shot at them. They deserve to have drinks and styrofoam cups thrown at them. They just deserve to be humiliated. Because if you're willing to get into fisticuffs to fight me over music, you're stupid. Especially if it's garbage music like Skinny Puppy. Skinny Puppy makes music for the West Village crowd. They make music for people that would go to bars like the Eagle or Club Cumming. And, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you lose your rough and tough points. Let's be real with this. It's not something people in Bensonhurst, where all that matters happens, will be bumping that music, if you follow what I'm saying. So, Skinny Puppy is garbage. And so is the left. So many levels of hell where belong the left. Crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. And Democratic politicians are not looking out for your best interest. They're not people with just a different idea for the greater good of humanity in the United States of America. No, they are an evil brood looking toward the destruction of America. They are the barker for the Illuminati, the very Illuminati the late great William Cooper warned us all about. They are what I would call advocates for the conglomerate of secret societies, the fraternal order of secret societies, often loosely termed the Illuminati. And I'm not going to explain the whole, how what we call the Illuminati today has nothing to do with Adam Weishaupt and his Illuminati. It's kind of like TV Guide. You pick up a magazine with TV listings in it, and it's a TV guide, even though the real TV Guide was an actual magazine called TV Guide. It's like when you cut your finger, you don't say, get me an adhesive strip. You say, get me a Band-Aid. But you know that some other brand can't call that product a Band-Aid. You could call it a Band-Aid, but the company themselves that make that version of the Band-Aid can't call it a Band-Aid. Same thing here. What we call the Illuminati today has nothing to do with the group that Adam Weishaupt founded in 1776. This is a big conglomerate, as I said, of secret societies, all struggling to get to the top and be that capstone, that pinnacle, above all, in a huge pyramid scheme, and you're the pawn. As they say, beasts of burden or stakes on the table by choice, and if you're of no use to them, you go out to slaughter. It is what it is. That's what they're going for. And the Democrats are the spokespersons of this. They are the advocates of this. They are uncouth, unkept, uncivilized, trailer trash slobs. And I'll say it again, so many levels of hell, where belong the left? The left is your enemy. And if you're still supporting them, you're supporting your worst enemy. You just are. I will always vote against the Democrats because the Democrats will always be worse than the alternative. They're a bunch of arrogant, brutal slobs that ought to be burning in hell right now. And they get useful idiots out there to interfere with ICE raids and get their stupid asses killed. They get their stupid asses killed for people that wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. But they would if they weren't on fire, just for shits and giggles. So they get these useful idiots to support them, not knowing they are supporting their own rapists, their own killers, their own torturers. That's how Mao Zedong did it. That's how Adolf Hitler did it. That's how Lenin and Stalin did it. And I could go on and on. But this is what people are supporting. They actually think that Barack Obama was an articulate, strong, benevolent leader. He was a fraud. And he had so many skeletons in his closet. He should, as I said, be burning in hell right about now. And he should be eating from a metal dish with a boot pressed to the back of his head. As should Hillary Clinton, as should all these Democrat leaders, Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, AOC, your precious Zoran Mamdani that you elected mayor recently in New York. These people are all lowly scum that belong under a boot because they're not looking out for the best interests of America. They're not looking out for the greater good of their constituents. They are power hungry, money hungry, bloodthirsty, warmongering monsters. And if they had their way, they would get silver claws, put them on the tips of their fingers, go out into the streets, and plunge their clawed hands right into the bellies of their own constituents, reach in, pull guts out while the person's still alive, and eat it right there in the street. They're not above having the desire to do that. And one day, if they're not stopped, they will do that. And they will normalize doing that. And all you have is personal insults. You're supporting your own destruction, and all you have for me is personal insults. I'm over here trying to save your stupid lives. And you continue to support the evil left. You might as well say F. Jocelyn Nungaray. Remember the little girl that was raped and killed in 2024, the summer of 2024, by two animals that shouldn't be here, that were only here because of the Democrats? In other words, her blood is on the hands of the Democrats. You might as well say F. Jocelyn Nungaray. You might as well print up a big picture of Jocelyn Nungaray and flip the bird at it. And post it to Instagram or Facebook. If you're supporting the Democrats, you are happy that Jocelyn Nungaray is dead. If you support the Democrats, you have no respect for Rachel Morin and her family. You have no respect for Laken Riley and her family. And when you interfere with ICE raids, there is the possibility you could get yourself killed, and it's on your own head. Your own blood is on your own hands when that happens. Because ICE is not the Gestapo. They're only out here trying to make our streets safe from these animals that don't belong here. These animals with no respect for God and zero love for pizza. They're trying to save America from the scum that belongs under my boot. Uncivilized people that don't even count as people. Some of these animals come from countries where they make shoes but don't wear shoes, which makes them stupid and savage. Not underprivileged, stupid and savage. They could stay right where they are. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. Tell all your friends about me. Repost this everywhere you can. Stay strong. Keep kicking that slang. It's your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host that is never gross, MC Too Tall. You be safe out there.